Yeah.
Hey yo man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. The fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil Leroy, the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil.
And I'm Leroy. All right, now we got a TikTok creator here. It's Jen Bunny, my girl. She said she's tired of men giving her their schedule. Here's the report.
That old man, that older guy, he's a grand rising queen guy.
And her girlfriends is right there with her too, hugged up, ready to hear her bullshit.
The grand rising queen.
That's the name of the podcast, Grand Rising Queen.
Was I prepared? Yes. Was I hopeful that he wasn't? Yes. What? Also, older gentleman, very clingy, very much needy of attention and time. Wasn't prepared for that. I like to kind of just go about my day and check in when a check-in is most convenient to me, not when I feel like I need to validate someone's feelings. And I feel like that is what I'm doing very often. I met you on Friday, sir. It's Tuesday. While I do say and encourage dates to be planned, which has already been planned, I do think check-ins in between those times are valid. Not to tell me every single step of your day. Oh, I woke up, I had a coffee, I made some bacon, I took my mom to her doctor's appointment, I did some work, I got on my laptop, I opened my laptop, and when I needed to finish, I closed.
I don't believe this guy was doing this shit. I think she's just making this up. Well, I got up this morning, I got something to eat, I washed up. I don't believe this.
Laptop. I had blank for lunch. I went on a walk. Bruh. I don't need you to tell me your play-by-play. I don't know who caused this anxious attachment style. Was this me? Was I on the other side of this some years ago? Did I have, wow. What? I don't know if I've ever told anybody my play-by-play of the day though. I don't think I've ever existed in that type of anxious attachment style. I don't quite remember. I could have. I don't think so though. I'm glad I'm not there anymore, because that is a scary place to be. Very vulnerable. Giving your entire play-by-play to somebody that doesn't give a shit. Yikes. So anyways, am I still going on the date? Yes.
So he got on her nerves, but she's still gonna go out with him.
She still gotta eat. Eat and drink on his dime. She ain't letting that go.
Yeah.
Will I be letting him know that you don't need to be clingy to me? Because the clingier you are, the more distant I grow. Avoidant? No. Very realistic that I want to continue being who I was 5 days before I met you, as I am now, which is a free spirit. I communicate very well. But do I need to talk to you 7 times a day? Right now, probably not. Before the first date? No, I don't. Let's be real. I think people want to build it like
kicking that makeup on.
And I don't believe this guy was doing all this shit. Called her 7 times for what? I don't believe that.
This unrealistic expectation of communication before anything has gone down. So you have this like thought
with them pillows
of, oh, we're closer than we really are, and we're actually not. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that before. It's not healthy. So,
well, okay. Do they like really know each other, or this is you met him on a website or something? Because if he was doing all this stuff, maybe he's trying to get to know you. I don't know.
I talked to this guy who like had a job overseas for like 4 months at a time. So mind you, I'm talking to this guy every day for 4 months. Do you know it was as simple as him not calling me one day for me to feel full anxiety, pulling my hair out, couldn't contact him, couldn't reach him. I'm like, okay, what time is it over there? He was in Saudi. What time is it over there? Should I call now? I stayed up until like 2 in the morning to call him at like 10 in the morning. It was ridiculous. Anyways, turns out he had some things going on with his job. It was like military. They took all their electronics. They had to do like this whole thing. And I'm over here like shook. And I was like, well, I didn't hear from you, blah, blah, blah. And mind you, we weren't together. There was no coping mechanism that I could use. We were just talking. And that's how I acted. Never again will I allow power to be shifted in that way. It's a scary place to be. So I don't want these men to do that to me either, because I am not trying to shift anybody's reality to make them feel like they're closer to me than they are. You know what I'm saying? So be realistic with yourself. If you have access to me, you can call me, you can say hi, but you don't need to consume my time, you know? Like, let's be for real. That goes for anybody. Don't give too much power to anybody to make you feel like you've lost something if they don't talk to you for a little bit, you know? So anyways, this is my tip of the day. Come back for more updates on the guy. I think we're going out on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember. Bye.
So she's still gonna go out with him, even though he got on her nerves. But shout out to her. Shout out to all this jazz music in the background also.
I couldn't tell if she was going to bed or getting ready to go out the house.
Right. And shout out to her too, because she had some health issues and she got that under control, and she doing all right. But shout out to my girl, it's Jim Bunny. And ladies, don't listen to any fucking thing that she just said right here. Ignore it. I would know, like, did you meet? How did y'all meet? And if he's like talking to you all the time, that must mean he want to try to get to know you or something before y'all go out. He want to see where your head is at. Because if you acting stupid, I ain't taking you nowhere. All right, we going to Rock Hill, South Carolina, where Sean Xavier Hubbard fired a shotgun on a home on video. Then he came back and killed 19-year-old Camariya Tidwell hours later. Here's the report.
Family just shocked. Thanks for joining us live at 5 on your Monday. I'm Siobhan Bryan.
And I'm John Carter. Stunning video of an armed man with a weapon unleashing terror. Now family's heartbroken and the suspected gunman is facing charges.
WBTV South Carolina reporter Rachel Richardson joining us now live with the video that I'm sure some people will find disturbing. Rachel.
Well, this happened very quickly.
She almost kind of looked like she can be Oprah Winfrey's little cousin.
Quickly over the week.
Look at her face.
In just a few seconds, gunfire erupts, and now a teenager is dead, and a family is grieving.
She got her, she loves her family. She's there for everybody, and didn't ask for nothing in return. My baby was an angel.
Shafarnia McCullough says her daughter Camariya was a sweet girl who always kept to herself. She says she loved her family. Saturday night, she was shot and killed in her family's front yard on Mount Gallant Road around 11. This family showed me video of a man who they say had been at their home earlier that day.
And it shows where this man walked in my yard in the broad daylight, shot in my house, right here at this front door.
McCullough says her niece recognized the man as someone who'd recently done work on her car. They called police. Rock Hill PD.
So you ain't paying him his money, and he kept calling for his money or something. That's what it seemed like.
He says that they
because he left after that shoot that on video. Nobody got shot. He left and he jumped in people's yard. This was kind of viral about a couple of weeks back. I seen this incident, but I didn't see the news report. And they said that he jumped over people's backyard to get close to their yard. Mm-hmm. And I guess he fired in the yard and shot the little girl. Mm. So you worked on his car and he worked on your car and you ain't give him no money. That's why he came back like that. That's why you don't play with nobody and their money.
Began their search.
We had a suspect vehicle description and we canvassed the area immediately looking for that vehicle. And then we're able to identify a prior known address for the suspect. And we called our law enforcement partners at the York County Sheriff's Office, asked them to go by and check the home to try and find him at that time.
The family also shared video from later Saturday night. That's when police say they got a second call about the homicide.
Still with the shotgun and I guess was that a coat cover?
34-year-old Sean Hubbard was arrested and charged with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. The Tuesday before, the family says they'd called police about a man who'd shot at their home. Police tell me that a crimes investigator was assigned to the case. Police say they kept an eye on the home, sending out additional patrols. But now, this mom says she feels more could have been done that may have saved her daughter's life.
My daughter was bright. Had a future ahead of her. 19 years old. Humble. You wouldn't have met nobody better than her. No, she ain't here.
Police say that they follow up on every call and encourage anyone that feels unsafe to reach out to them. This family says that they want to see justice for Camariya, and at 6 you can hear more of their concerns. In Rock Hill, Rachel Richardson, WBTV on your side.
Definitely an upsetting story, Rachel.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yep. Well, we going to Ashburn, Virginia, where David Rush, a former CIA executive, was arrested after federal agents discovered over $40 million in gold bars and $2 million in cash in his Ashburn, Virginia home. Now, I don't want to know if this is a street entrepreneur or this is somebody that's working, you know.
No, he's definitely an entrepreneur.
Oh, okay. So here's the report.
More than 300 gold bars worth more than $40 million and $2 million in cash. That is what the FBI says that it found in the Ashburn home of a former executive at the CIA. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 4. I'm Erica Gonzalez. The man's name is David
Stealing
Rush.
and stacking.
The FBI says that Rush also lied to the CIA about degrees that he had from 2 universities. News 4's Paul Wagner joins us live.
It didn't matter. Y'all still hired him.
Exactly. That's easy to find out. This is 2026 or whatever he was hired. This ain't the 1970s where somebody could just tell you anything. That's easy to find out.
Ashburn to talk us through these details that almost sound like a movie. Paul?
That's why I said that it's this a street entrepreneur, because you know how those CIA agents are.
Hi there, Erica. This is David Rush's house here behind me in Ashburn Farm, and let me tell you,
using those gold bars to pay off people and all that type of shit.
What happened here about a week ago, Monday. It was the 18th, and according to a neighbor
a mosquito bit
who spoke with News 4 off camera, he says he was awakened at about 6 o'clock in the morning by someone on a bullhorn shouting, "This is the FBI. We have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands up." That man,
CIA, and you didn't get the tip they was on to you?
got out of bed. He looked outside. He saw a number of FBI agents, tactical gear, standing here.
That shit stashed somewhere, not at the crib.
Yes.
Was
see, that's why I know it seems like there could be more to the story, because like you said, now he's a CIA agent. He know good and well that you don't keep shit like that in your own house. He could have rented a little garage somewhere and had that shit in there.
David Rush
put it in somebody's name, somebody else's name or something.
His neighbor in handcuffs. He says the FBI was then inside this house all day long. David Rush is a former CIA senior officer with a top secret security clearance.
He like, this is bullshit, I'll be cleared.
According to a complaint filed in federal court, Rush made several requests for work-related expenses between November of 2025 and March of 2026. Those expenses, according to the complaint, included a large amount of cash and tens of millions of dollars in gold bars, which was given to Rush. But at some point, it's unclear when, a review of Rush's storage space at the agency only found a small portion of the cash he was given. According to the complaint, FBI agents searched his house. During the search, FBI agents seized approximately 303 gold bars. Based on the current price of gold, the estimated value of the gold exceeds $40 million. FBI agents also see.
Okay, how was he able to ship these gold bars like this? What, did he ask for like 10 at a time or 20 at a time and just like stacked it up?
Probably stole them. He's CIA. They probably fucking ran up on somebody, a fucking foreigner crib or something, had all this shit that they turned in for evidence, and he take a little bit at a time.
Well, he said that he asked for extra money for, you know, working on assignment or whatever. And I
They
guess
wouldn't have gave him gold bars, they would have gave him the cash. The gold bars, they fucking locked away somewhere, and he fucking penny pinched them joints so he had enough.
Seized approximately $2 million in United States currency. The complaint says Rush applied.
He know good and well you don't keep that large amount of money in your own damn house.
3 times to the CIA. Twice in 2006 and again in 2009 when he was hired. The investigation has revealed that he never attended or obtained a degree from Clemson University. The investigation also revealed that Rush never attended or obtained degrees from RPI or Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. According to court documents, Rush also told employees he was a pilot for the Navy. That was not true. The FAA saying it did not have a certificate or pilot's license registered to Rush. While News 4 was in the neighborhood, someone inside Rush's home called police complaining about the media. Most people we talked to declined to comment about Rush. None would go on camera.
I bet they wouldn't, because I wouldn't either. I'd be like, oh no. You're not having them people coming and checking on me and see what I'm doing.
Told News 4 Rush's wife and children would take walks in the neighborhood, but they rarely saw David Rush. Now, that complaint filed in federal court also says that the FBI found 35 luxury watches inside this house. Those watches were mainly Rolex, is what the court document said. We did reach out to David Rush's attorney. She did respond. She said she had no comment.
So he got gold bars, $2 million in the crib, and he got what, 30 watches? Rolex watches. All in this house. Nah.
There was supposed to be a detention hearing for Mr. Rush tomorrow in federal court in Alexandria, but that's now been kicked until next week, June 5th. Erica?
You know, Paul, lots of people are probably asking, how could something like this happen, right? So if the CIA is known for its intense screening process and their background checks, what are federal officials saying about how this could have happened?
Connected to somebody.
You have the question of the day, Erica. Everyone's asking that. There's nothing in the court documents saying how this may have happened, other than they're saying that he lied about his college degrees and that he lied about being a pilot. But if you go on the CIA's website, it talks about its stringent requirements to become an employee of the CIA. It says there are background checks, including interviews with family, friends, and neighbors, that there's a mandatory polygraph test, that there's physical and psychological testing. And it also says
that's for everybody else except for them.
Who's them? I don't know what you're talking about.
The powers that be.
Who's that? I'm not sure.
You know who.
Hey, so that is your question and everybody else's today, and we just don't know the answer to that. We just know that, you know, you watch all of these shows about the CIA and the FBI, and they talk about how tough it is to get a job in one of these agencies, right? And how did this happen? If what is in that document is true, that he did not have any.
Anybody around that area like, damn, why we ain't run up in that crib before that?
Exactly. Like, damn, all that time I needed some money, he could at least gave me $100. Yeah, he got $2 million. So now, the hell with the money. The hell with well, I won't say the hell with the gold bars, but he got like 30 Rolexes in the house.
Stockpiling that shit. I'm telling you, it's like a fucking one of them rooms where they take shit from people, and he was just in there just taking what he wanted. Ain't nobody said nothing to him.
And he was lying about his service.
Yeah, it's not every day that you hear about gold bars and 35 Rolexes. Paul Wagner, live for us this afternoon. Paul, thank you.
Now we're going to Baltimore, Maryland, where a property manager was locked out of a home after alleged squatters changed the locks, removed the lockbox, and ordered DoorDash to the property. Here's the report.
As the weather heats up, so do increased calls about squatters and unauthorized occupants who at times take over homes.
Spotlight on Maryland's Gary Collins was on scene as a neighborhood remains unsettled by unknown new residents.
What is the address of your emergency?
A familiar call in East Baltimore on Thursday that countless have made.
We showed up to our house today, and it looks like we have an active break-in.
A plead for police to help after an alleged squatter takeover.
Well, it looks like our locks were changed, so it could be that they drilled our locks and entered through the front door. We had a lockbox on the property that is now missing.
The Maryland property owner, who asked not to be identified due to safety concerns, says having a suspected squatter in his property is a living nightmare.
DoorDash driver just dropped off food on the front porch. They haven't opened the door yet.
As the neighborhood started to come outside, becoming aware of the alleged squatter incident on their street, one next door says she's beyond alarmed.
The squatters, then they in and out. You don't know what kind of people are staying there, what kind of, I'm going to say, trouble that will come to the community.
We spoke with the property manager.
There was a brother in that house.
Police were in transit about the unknown occupants inside.
Well, go on and take their food. They took your house, take the food.
How did you know that there was a suspected squatter inside this house?
So we actually had a Section 8 inspection scheduled for yesterday, May 27th, and the inspector showed up at around 4:30 p.m. and could not locate the lockbox. He did knock on the door. They opened the door. They stated that they rented the house and they have been there for about 2 weeks. So this property should have been vacant, and we knew based on that right away this was another textbook squatter/scam.
How disruptive are squatter situations to your industry, especially, considering that Maryland...
This is rich people problems, too, because you got a whole damn crib. You ain't been there for a long time. Somebody else to set up shop and been using your address, ordering food and all type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't even have cameras. You would think this day and age, everybody should have at least one camera.
Yes.
Motherfuckers come set up in your crib. They ain't got time to get mail because you on that shit.
Right.
Extremely. I mean, thanks to your work in Spotlight on Maryland, there was a law sign that would hopefully help alleviate this issue to an extent by determining fraudulent leases to be an actual chargeable felony offense.
Our interview with the property manager was abruptly disrupted by a woman walking in the neighborhood.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm sorry. I know that your name is Gary Collins.
Oh.
Is there a way if I could have a quick check with you?
Yeah, what specifically about?
So I...
Keep rolling. Camera on.
Oh.
Go ahead. Yep.
Oh, I don't want to be recorded.
How do you know me, out of curiosity?
The news.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
I definitely watched the news.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, nice to meet you. What's your name?
You as well.
Okay.
After the interaction, we had one more question for the property owner before police arrived.
Does the law change that just happened to make possession of a fake lease a felony? Do you believe that that's enough as a professional who served in this industry for well over several decades?
No. It can only be pursued, it can only be charged as a felony if it's decided to pursue it criminally. If they determine that it's a civil matter, you still have to go through the wrongful detainer process and work your way through the courts. The most important thing is to define what it
This is the property manager's fault or the owner, whatever.
Somebody should have been checking on that crib.
Right.
You just this day and age, you can't leave cribs abandoned like that. Cause shit, if I was a fucking broke ass bum and I seen a crib abandoned, I'd squat. I mean, I won't put him in no fight. Once somebody say knock on the door, oh shit, what's going on? My bad, I was just house sitting. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out.
Right. And this is a neighborhood, so you're gonna automatically know nobody's in that house, like you saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna automatically know, oh, that house ain't nobody been there for about 4 or 5 months. And like you said, and that coming a person here like, well, shit, I can just go on just nobody come and check that place.
Mm-hmm.
I can just go in and get in there.
Yeah,
there actually is.
Baltimore police pulled up with
No, even you, the property manager or whatever, you should be going by there at least once a month and seeing what's going on over there. Go do a little quick sweep and leave.
Woman who interrupted our interview standing next to us again, watching officers as they knocked on the door and inspected the fast food DoorDash.
She's scared to go pick her food up.
Mm-hmm.
That's her shit.
on the property steps. After unlocking the door, police and the accused squatter went inside. His own door slammed in his face. An hour after
So it's his. Well, he's the property manager. And let's just say it's his house. It's his house, and she gonna slam the door in his face.
So that was her that was walking around, hanging around.
Yeah, that was her.
Shit.
Police were inside. Another man showed up at the house. After another half hour, police left.
Multiple conversations, several hours, no resolution. I mean, what's next?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. BPD showed up. Even though the tenant could not provide any lease at all or any proof of residency at all, BG&E is still in our name. They determined that we could not remove them. They didn't classify them as a squatter or anything at all. They said they spoke to their sergeant, and their hands are tied as far as us removing them.
Have you given the occupants a deadline?
So, yeah, there's a young child in there who looks like he was left on his own for a little bit. But the young child's father showed up. Seems like a decent gentleman, and we had an understanding that as long as they're out by noon tomorrow, we won't pursue any legal action. However, I did say that if they are not out by noon tomorrow, we'll do what the officers told us we could do. We'll change the locks, remove some windows from the property to make it as comfortable for them as possible.
Our team will continue to follow closely. In East Baltimore, I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Your fault.
I'm Kai
sir.
Jackson.
That's your fault. You should be checking on that place at least once a month, making sure nothing's going on in there. So they pretty much broke in. They broke in, and you don't want to charge them for that, for breaking in that house?
You can't charge them.
Why can't I? They broke in
there.
there.
They live there. That's why they said it's a civil matter. You got to go through the courts and all that shit. And you got to still give them that eviction process and 30 days and all this shit.
Okay, but they said that they changed the locks and removed the lockbox, so they broke in.
Okay, but that's your side of the story versus their side.
But she couldn't. I guess the police asked her for all information, and she couldn't provide them with it.
They don't have to. It's still a civil matter. The cops don't really get involved. They be trying to look out, but they don't really get involved in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
For all they got to do is lie like the last one and say, "Well, I got this house over motherfucking Zillow or something. And I pay rent here."
Mm-hmm.
And the cop ain't gonna say, "Well, show me," because it ain't none of his concern. You got to show that shit when you go to court.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time you get your final court date, you just gonna pack up and roll. You ain't gonna go to court and try to fight it. I'll roll as soon as somebody show up if I was on that tip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the gig is up. Let me go find the next house. I kept the grass cut for you and the house looking nice. I ain't trashed the place.
All right, y'all. You can reach us on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at 2_judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. Sorry, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Hold up, woke that whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back.